Alright guys, so Season 3 has been out for a couple of days, and in today's video, I just want to go over what I think the best shotguns are in this brand new meta, and exactly how you guys can choose the best shotgun for your gameplay and your competitive success. Be sure to stick around to the end of the video so you guys can understand all of the different points of views on each of these shotguns. Let's hop right into it. So guys, to start off, I just want to go over the pros and the cons of each shotgun, and this is going to be starting with the combat. Now, the combat shotgun has been unvaulted in this brand new season. This is going to be a fan favorite in the past. This is the shotgun that Bugha did absolutely insane with in World Cup. It's also the shotgun that really carried the entire end of Chapter 1 competitive Fortnite. However, it did come back at various different points in time, such as Chapter 2 Season 4, and it really wasn't too good back then. It got heavily nerfed to the point where it was pretty much unusable in those metas. In terms of the combat shotgun's pros, it's going to have extremely long range that you can do tons of damage from very far distances, especially while ADSing. It also does way better damage than it has in previous seasons. That's a really big attribute that's really good about this combat shotgun. On top of that, it also has an extremely fast fire rate, so this means you can shoot pretty quickly to the point where you can do a ton of damage really quickly as long as you guys keep hitting your shots. And also, it can be really good for box fights due to quick pullout time and the ability to move around with it really easily and still hit your shots due to the small reticle. The small reticle allows you to be more precise with your shots, and this coupled with the quick pullout time, this turns into a very good box fighting gun. Now, those are the general pros of the combat shotgun, but in terms of the cons, like I said, having a small reticle can be good at sometimes. However, since it does have a small reticle and it is such a long range shotgun, it's tough to aim sometimes. If you're not hitting your shots correctly, you're really not going to be effective with this weapon. On top of that, you're not able to do damage in super high numbers. Damage ranges for this combat shotgun are going to be in between 40 to 70 primarily. You're not really going to be doing too much more damage than that unless you hit a headshot or you get a really good body shot. It's really unlikely that you're going to be popping off with a ton of damage and a lot of one pump type shots. That's not really going to be happening with this combat shotgun, and those are going to be the cons. Now, moving on to the hammer pump, this is the next shotgun, and in my opinion, this is the shotgun that has been around the longest and is the most consistent. The pros of the hammer pump shotgun are that it is a medium range shotgun, and it does a lot more direct damage than the combat. Yes, the combat has a larger magazine size and also shoots faster. However, the hammer pump also has 6 shots. It's really not that hard to aim. It's actually very similar to the pump shotgun, which many players are used to, and that's also a pro considering that the pump shotgun is a really big type of shotgun in terms of playstyle. As a general rule of thumb, if you guys are using the hammer pump, you should play similar to how you're playing if you were to use the normal pump or the spaz. That's going to be the pros for the hammer pump. However, in terms of the cons, the hammer pump does have a little bit less range, so it's not great from super long ranges. If you ADS, it does improve, however, it's really not great for it. And it's more so for pump shotgun type players, which means really technical box fighters, people who are used to the older type metas back in the day. Another thing is that this may require an SMG. An SMG may be crucial to carry with your hammer pump shotgun simply because when you shoot, and let's say you hit a big shot, it takes a while to get your next shot off if you guys are in an open box fight. You may need to switch to your SMG and beam the opponent in order to finish off the kill. Like I said, this is very similar to the pump shotgun in the sense that the playstyles are very similar. It's going to have 6 shots compared to 5, and it's going to do a little bit more damage with a medium range reticle. Now guys, let's move on to the third shotgun in the meta. This is going to be the Gatekeeper. Now, the Gatekeeper was brand new last year. The pros of this shotgun is that it does fire fast. It has pretty high damage considering how quickly it fires. It also has a medium-sized reticle which can allow you to hit your shots a little bit easy, making this a pretty high-impact shotgun as long as you hit them. And then also, it's similar to the tactical shotgun. So if you guys remember back in the day when the purple and gold tac were in the game, if you guys like that playstyle, you guys should definitely consider using this shotgun because it's very similar to the old tactical shotgun. If you guys like that, you'll probably like this. However, the cons of this shotgun, in my opinion, are pretty bad. It has a very small magazine size of 3, which can be very problematic. Yes, the reload time isn't too long. However, if you miss your first couple of shots in an open box fight or even in a small engagement and you forget to reload your shotgun, it's really going to be very problematic for you. It also requires an SMG almost all the time, considering that if you don't hit all 3 of your shots and eliminate the opponent with those 3 shots, you're going to need to finish them off with the SMG. That's the hardest part about this Gatekeeper shotgun. Now guys, to finish this video off, I want to go over my personal opinion and my ranking for these shotguns. For me, I personally love the combat right now. I think that the combat is genuinely just really good in terms of the fast fire rate, and I'm actually pretty good at aiming with it, so I genuinely believe that it's the best for my box fights. Then I'd take the hammer if I had a second choice, simply because it's very similar to the pump shotgun, and I've been used to the pump since the start of Fortnite. It's pretty much my bread and butter when it comes to shotguns. I think that it's a really solid weapon, and I think the hammer is actually a great choice. Honestly, the combat and the hammer are probably interchangeable for me. It depends on the situation. Then lastly, the Gatekeeper. Of course, the Gatekeeper I'm not a big fan of, simply because it doesn't do as much damage as the hammer pump, and it doesn't have as good range as the combat, and it also only has 3 shots. And yes, it can shoot pretty quickly and reload pretty quickly. However, that is just a deal breaker for me. Only having 3 shots, that's a big problem in my opinion. Even if you get the extended mag attachment, it's still really not too great. But understand that people have different preferences, so be sure to try out each and see which one works best for you in terms of the shotguns. Understand exactly which shotgun's gonna work for you, try them out in game, understand how you're able to get eliminations with them and how they impact your game, and overall this will help you out in choosing your favorite shotgun to use in this season. Guys, I know this was a quick video, however, I really think it's important to pay attention to all 3 of these shotguns and the pros and the cons of each. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.